This time on Pole House Blackpot Weekend Getaways, we stay at Johnson Shut-Ins and we visit the Shut-Ins. And we fix a family favorite, chocolate zucchini bread, and so much more. Stick around.
I think they're done, hon. Here, Iris, come.
Just one.
Sit. Here, want a cookie?
Uh-oh.
Come, with the other half. Sit. 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 Down. Down. Good girl. Here you go.
Now, Wade, why are you doing that?
Well, she normally doesn't get treats, but those are ginger snaps. You probably saw it just a second ago. And we figured out over the last several trips to...
Little trips.
Little trip. Well, when we get about half an hour or so.
Half an hour to an
or
hour.
something like that. She gets a little car sick. So we're going to attempt... We saw this on a YouTube channel we used to watch a lot called Embracing Detours. And they did it for one of their dogs.
Springer Spaniel, wasn't it?
No, the Brittany's.
Brittany Spaniel,
Yeah, Brittany's.
that's it.
And they had trouble with one of them getting car sick. So they said they found that someone showed them that these
Ginger snap
should kind of settle their stomach. So hopefully that'll work. And if you all have experienced the same kind of problem with your dog, why don't you shoot us a comment down below and see if this doesn't work, maybe we'll try something else to make her so she's not so car sick. So.
Well, Iris has had her ginger snap.
Yep.
She's barking already, ready to go. We are headed. It's Friday afternoon. You got off work early, didn't you?
Yeah, we got about a 200-mile trip to where we're going, to another Missouri State Park, Johnson Shut-Ins.
Yep, I've been there. It's been a while, but there's been some history there. So
yeah, we'll get into that this weekend.
Yep.
So.
Anyways, well, we'll see when we get there. Probably won't show much.
Because it'll be dark by the time
It'll
we
be
get
dark
there.
by the time we get there.
Isn't Iris getting big? You probably haven't seen her for a couple of months. She is now 5 months and 2 weeks old. So she can be a pretty good sized doggy. All right, you ready to go, Iris?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
I hear birds, Daddy. Come here.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It's Saturday morning, and we got here last night about, what, 8:30?
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah, it's plenty. Of course, this time of year it gets dark pretty early, so. We've got our coffee made and drinking on that.
Iris is eating
Yeah,
breakfast.
Iris is already eating breakfast. Don't take much to cook hers, does it?
Nope.
All we gotta do is just heat it up. Heat it up. All I gotta do is pick it out of the bag and put it in a bowl.
I guess you could heat it
That's
up
what
if
heat
you
up.
wanted to.
We don't want to spoil her anymore, and she already spoiled.
Oh, she ain't spoiled.
But
She's a sweet dog.
beautiful morning down here.
Yeah, it is.
Sun's coming
Little
up.
cool.
Well, it is that time of year, but let's think it's
Them
upper
windy,
40s.
curvy roads were awful last night.
Yeah, in the dark. You get south of Rollin, there's nothing real straight or flat.
We're not too far from one of several Mark Twain National Forests.
Yeah, we went through part of the Mark Twain National Forest on the way here. Not, you know.
Now this
Not far.
campground has a little history.
Yeah, and
Back
we're gonna,
in 2005,
2005.
tragedy hit,
Yep.
but nobody was hurt.
Yeah, they have the Tomsock Mountain Reservoir, the lake, and it's actually a parasite lake. Kind of different way to set it up, but it broke. I think it was in the middle of December, like the 17th or something like that. So
Nobody
there was
was in the
nobody at the campground, but there was like 1.3 billion gallons of water
Yeah.
in a 20-foot wall, and it took like 15 or 12 minutes or something like that to go a mile and a half, and it went through and wiped out the park superintendent's house and washed away his family.
They didn't get hurt.
And
I think
it was just minor, maybe moderate injuries, but no fatalities, and completely destroyed the campground and the restrooms and all that in that area.
They
So
reopened this one what?
that was in December 2005. In April 2010, they reopened this new park up farther on the hill where it won't get, if anything like that happens again, it won't get washed away. So
We'll
yeah.
show you some video of that when we take a tour of the campground.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a beautiful.
Iris, get out of the...
Iris
She
is
just
getting
got in the
trouble.
fire pit.
We didn't have a fire last night. It's a good thing it's cold. I think she's going to figure out the hard way to get a fire on and it's not cold anymore. We're going to get some breakfast and then we'll find out what else is going to be happening around. Probably do a little tour of this beautiful new campground. So we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we are at campsite 318. This is loop 3, which is electric spots, and they are 30 and 50 amps, or either kind of plug you have will work, because there's plugs for both. And then they are like all the campsites. Take a look here. They are all concrete, and they have pretty nice hook here for a lantern, and also a kind of a table shelf there you can put your stuff on. It's matter hours. There you go. And they got, of course, picnic table, and of course they got a real nice fire pit with a grate on top. Okay, and then let's see, 30 amp breaker, of course, and the 50 amp breaker are both right over here in this box. And then there's back a really long, I don't remember how long for sure, it's about 50 some, almost 60 feet long. So it's pretty nice. So yeah, you got a full, you can see over here, we backed over to one side, but we still got another good 8 feet or so back over. So you got a nice long drive, and then it widens out back here. So they got a lot of beautiful area back here that's concrete, and all of the campsites here are paved, I think, in all 4 of the loops. So, and the nice thing, being on 318, if you want to be handy and close, you walk right around the corner, and right there is the shower house. Real good and handy if you like to be close. So 318 is your one if you want, and you got potable water right there. So pretty nice. A lot of shade here. I think maybe in the hot summertime when the sun's really up high, you will probably, if you look up, you'll probably get some midday sun when you think, Angel, in the summertime. But right now, the sun's getting low enough, it's kind of behind these cedar trees. So, but you definitely would have the rest of that being, that we're looking at west there, and then out to the street faces north. So, all right, that basically is the tour of our campsite. We'll probably get a tour of some of the other rest of the campground here in a little bit. So. Loop 1 is the equestrian loop. It has a lot more open sun than the other loops. All these sites in Loop 2 have water and sewer hookups. The camper cabins are great for those who would rather be glamping than basic old camping. Loop 5 are walk-in tent sites.
This is where we're at, isn't it, Wade?
Yes. Loop 3.
Loop 3. Look at that little camp chair.
Around 20,000 years ago, rhyolite from 14 billion-year-old volcanic eruptions was exposed in the St. Francis Mountains. Fractures in the rhyolite became pathways for flowing water. Over thousands of years, water, sand, and gravel scoured the rocks, deepening and widening these fractures. Today, the process of erosion continues to shape the potholes, chutes, and plunge pools in the shut-ins. Okay, here's the campground. Here's the entrance, the equestrian, or the Loop 1. Over here is the electric water sewer, Loop 2. And over here is Loop 3, where we're in, which is electric only. And Loop 4, which is basic camping. And then there's a walk-in area, it's around here. I think those are 500 numbers. And then back over here, down here, are camp cabins. Here behind me is the boulder field, they call it. Actually, where when the December 14th of 2005, the dam broke, Tom Sauk Mountain, came down, I think, back over, way back over there, came down through here and washed all these rocks, more like boulders, down through here. And it was like 1.3 billion gallons of water, almost a 20-foot wall of water. And they carried this rock, says 1.5 miles, dropping it here. It says the power of water. I can stand here and see how big this boulder is. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this whole area, there's some more rocks, boulders down through here. I think this area right here, somewhere, is actually where the original campground was before when it got destroyed. Pretty crazy, isn't it? See some all the way up through there. All right, we are at the Shut-ins Trail. Accessibility section is 0.3 miles. Total loop is 2.15 miles.
Stop.
This is a neat part of information because when the water gets real high, this area down in the shut-in gets really rough, so they have to close it. So today, of course, hadn't had much rain on the area, so it's green. Green flag, that means we are low, very low hazard. Shut-ins access gates are open. Let's go. You don't want to go check out the water? Check out the water? You want to check out the water?
Crazy clear.
What's it taste like? Tastes like water? Well, I've come to the end of the boardwalk. And just stop back at the last overlook, because at that point there's hardly no stairs at all, so you can get pretty easy. Once you get past that, you gotta go quite a bit of stairs to get to this last overlook. Pretty beautiful, isn't it? Fall colors are just coming out. Look at all that. Right up on the high cliffs above. And if you want to go on, you can just kind of go on around. There's an access you can go on up and keep on climbing up through there. We're not going to go there today, though. That would be a good, beautiful hike.
Well, I'm tired.
Yeah, welcome. We made it back from our little excursion around State Park to look around. And it's early afternoon and on Saturday, so we still got all day tomorrow here, so we're gonna go ahead and make us some afternoon dessert, which I'll hold over for probably breakfast and tomorrow lunch.
Now,
Or desserts.
It kind of is a dessert, but it's not called a dessert.
No, it's
And Wade has real problem with this.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate zucchini bread.
yeah, my
It
aunt,
likes like a cake, but it's
Yeah.
actually a bread.
yeah, my Aunt Joan always made this years ago when I was growing up. It's a great.
We
cake.
love it. We have it quite
And,
frequently in the summer. And it, like I said, it's zucchini, so
Yeah,
it's a
we
very
a lot of times we
moist
make
cake.
it with it being the chocolate. It's a little heavier, and it's got chocolate chips in it. We usually make it a lot of times in the late summer or even fall.
Yeah,
it's good. Or if you have leftover in the freezer zucchini shredded, we've done that
Yes,
in the
fact
wintertime.
is I've got some that I need to use.
So we're
for
gonna
this.
go ahead and get regrouped over by the check box and get this zucchini bread started.
You
Be
said
right
it
back.
right.
All right, be right back.
Okay. In here, I didn't do a premix, which I should have. I've done my dry ingredients, which are flour, sugar, cinnamon, baking soda, and baking powder, both of them, very important. Salt, cocoa powder, and that's all the dry ingredients. To that, I'm going to add my butter.
All right, that's over there melted. It's not too hot. It's melted butter.
Put my butter in here. Down here. And that's 1 stick of butter. And then
Or half a cup.
or half a cup. 2 cups of zucchini. Which I'm
And
gonna
we
go ahead and
use
put that in there.
salted butter.
Yes. We always, unless we tell you it's always salted.
Yeah.
1 stick of butter, a half a cup of oil,
Vegetable.
or it could be canola,
Yeah.
or
Corn, whatever.
I
All
wouldn't
those
do olive.
seem to work. We don't get too picky on which one.
And then half a cup of buttermilk.
A lot of times recipes that have the baking powder and baking soda usually call for a buttermilk, don't they?
Yep, they do. A little bit more.
Because buttermilk has the acid needed to make
Things
baking
raise.
soda activate, doesn't it?
Yep.
Some type of an acid. Could it be lemon juice or something like that with an acid?
Now it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which this is almost the end of this vanilla. We'll see if it's got a teaspoon in it or not.
Not gonna make it, are you?
Nope, not quite. All right, I'm gonna dump that in there. It's about another capful.
Yeah, vanilla doesn't have to be 100%
Nope.
accurate measurement.
And a little extra wouldn't hurt it any anyhow.
No.
Okay, and then 2 eggs. Whew. Now we forgot something. Now we had the 2 cups of zucchini in there. What'd we forget, dear?
At some point we gotta put chocolate chips. What else?
No, what we forgot was our mixer.
Oh, well, you got 2 hands. You have to use that.
Would have been.
It'd be a little easier.
Yeah, it would have been.
That's all right.
So now I got that mixed up a little bit. I need a knifers. That will not cut anything. I bet that won't either. Oh yeah, it did. Well enough. Now, this is a 12 ounce, right?
Yes.
We're going to put half of these mini chocolate chips in here, as near as half as we can.
Or you can use regular size chocolate chips. Or...
we like the little ones better. And then we're going to mix it up. We'll be back as soon as we get her mixed up. Now, this looks like it's pretty stiff, especially when you're first stirring it up. You think, wow, I don't have enough liquid in there. But the zucchini creates its own liquid. If you've ever cut one up, it like bleeds.
Yeah.
Clear liquid.
If you let it, if you freeze it and then you get it back out in the falls, it gets pretty, lots of extra water in it.
But when you're freezing it like that, I'm glad you mentioned it. When you freeze it and you put your 2 cups in there, you put the whole liquid in when it's defrosted.
Yeah,
you
otherwise
don't have
it'd be
enough
too dry. Yeah.
Right.
I think we made that mistake once.
Yes, we did.
Because that zucchini had that water in it when it was fresh, so it needs that water in it, that amount of liquid in it when it's dry.
So that's what it looks like.
Frozen.
We're going to put it in, as soon as Wade puts aluminum foil in a Dutch oven, we're going to get this to baking. Okay, now we put chocolate chips in this. About halfway through, we're going to put chocolate chips on top of it too.
Now I lined the Dutch oven with foil. You can use parchment paper if that's what you have. Just makes easy cleanup because it is a sweet bread.
Well, and it's sweet bread, and you don't want it ruining your
that chocolate is
seasoning
kind
on
of
there.
hard on.
Well, it's the sugars.
And
what's
sugars
hard.
and I also sprayed that with a cooking spray, that foil liner too.
Get all my yummy goodness out. We are not like the other cooking shows. We don't leave half of what we're cooking in the bottom of the pot. Never did understand that. Now, I'm gonna make sure I get it leveled out. Use the same finger I dirtied and didn't lick. I had to really stop myself from licking my finger. There she goes. Ready to bake.
Okay, so I got 30 pieces of charcoal because we're doing a 6-quart or a shallow 12-inch Dutch oven, and this is going to be basically plenty tongs. Not a little different. Should be make a basic cook time of a normal type of bread or a cake, because this is more of a quick bread than a yeast type bread. So I think its normal recipe is about 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. So That's what we're going to go off up, and if we need a little more cook time, we will. Okay. So, like always, when we're baking, we're doing 1/3 on the bottom. It'll be about 10 pieces of charcoal. And we always put them where, Angel?
Around the outside.
On the outside edge
Never,
only.
ever, ever in the middle of the bottom of the Dutch oven.
That's right.
Even though you'll see in some diagrams they have some in the middle and the bottom. Don't do it. Resist that urge.
Well, resist that urge, exactly.
Never did figure that out. Lodge's Beginner's Cookbook was like that.
All right, and now we put a nice ring around the top. And we're going to keep a couple for in the middle. In the middle, you can put coals in the middle, and it won't hurt anything. So, turn around.
And he's got his classic checkerboard pattern.
That's right. And we'll set our timer for 10 minutes. Because we're going to cook about 30-minute total cook time. Now, we don't have too much breeze today, but maybe a little, so we'll go ahead and put our wind guard on. Never hurts any. All right, now just time to let it cook.
We almost forgot these, folks. Ooh, it smells good.
Get them all?
Yeah. More in the middle. There we go.
The reveal, zucchini cake, bread.
Yeah, zucchini bread.
Okay, now, it was probably, we were gonna put the chocolate chips on
during the second
that
turn.
second 20 minutes, and we forgot, so it's about 25 minutes before we put that on. And we could tell that the center was kind of a little bit lower and still kind of jiggly, so knew it wasn't going to be done in about 4 more minutes. So we went, when that timer went off for 30 minutes, we added another 6-minute timer, and then, so it's been a total of 36 minutes. So we're going to see if it's done. And Angel has, with the chocolate chips on top, it's a little bit harder to kind of stick your finger on top and see if it's done. So Angel's going to use a toothpick. Let me get this here.
Oh, look at that. Looks like it's pooling around.
Center, right in the center, it's got to come out clean.
I'd say that's clean. I'd say we're done.
We are done. Okay.
We're gonna let it cool for a little bit and then we'll taste it.
Yeah, let me get off the coals here real quick. Alrighty, we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we need to show you how we pull this out of here. It's still pretty hot, so grab it there, and then you have to. This is a 2-person job. You
Yes,
carefully
it is.
grab it here.
1, 2, 3. Up, out, and there.
Set it right there.
And just leave it alone.
Yep, set it there, let it cool before you can mess with it.
Yep.
All right, we'll let it cool a bit and then we'll sample. think it's done.
It's
done.
good.
Well, we know it's done. We just think it's cool enough to go ahead and eat it. If you cut into it while it's too warm, like any other cake or bread, it's kind of crumbly. So you got to kind of let it set. At least probably half an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, it's crumbly a little bit.
Still a little bit crumbly. That's okay.
The chocolate chips are what the problem is. They're still melting.
Because it's still warm.
Yep. Oh, I get the empties?
Well, I'll get the other empties. Yeah, still warm. Chocolate zucchini bread.
Oh, you said it right.
I still think it's more like cake, but Angel called it bread, so that's what it officially is.
More of a dessert than a bread, but it's so yummy.
Perfect. We're gonna finish this. Let me wipe my face. So,
we're gonna finish this up, but that about does it.
yeah, I
This
think we're
weekend
gonna have to
getaway.
stop this part 1. I think we have a 3-part series on it.
Yeah.
3 parts. This will be into part 1. Tomorrow we're gonna continue
Our adventure.
We're gonna explore
More of this area.
more of the area, more of the park, and probably go to another park, maybe, and visit the area. So,
If you like this video, what are they supposed to do?
you would need to share it.
Give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
And don't forget to subscribe. And I think Iris is putting her 2 cents in there too. So that's where I come back. So sorry about that.
Tell us what things you bake when you're out camping.
Yeah, or something different that you may cook that we haven't done yet with zucchini, because the zucchini's got a lot of stuff in it, a lot of ideas. And now one idea that would be good, and we forgot to mention that earlier, is you could put this in type of a bunt pan.
Yes.
Which is, we did some tube pan cooking when we did the Harvey Wallburger cake, and you could cook this the same way. It would take a little longer, probably cook it around 45 to 50 minutes instead of 35. But it would still be really good. You need a deep Dutch oven if you did outside them. So, all right, and thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Next time on Pole House Blackpot Weekend Getaways, we visit this Civil War site. Very interesting. We climb around Elephant Rock State Historic Site. And we have this classic Old World sauerkraut. Don't knock it till you try it.